G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Glad you could join me today. Look, I've got a new mold and it's got these gorgeous ripples in it. And I'm going to do an ocean inspired pour, resin pour. Following along the lines of this one. Now I've got you zoomed out a little bit so hopefully you can see. That was the one where I used the 3D wall panels. So you can see the white. I've left the white there on purpose, those there. Sorry, I can't point, I'm holding it up. So you can see how these panels, the lines go off to the side. So I was only been able to put the color in the center here, which means it didn't really blend. But with this one, I'll zoom you back in a minute. The edges go up to the side. So hopefully they'll blend a little bit more. So I'm not going to do the gold over the top, but I am using similar colors to that one. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. If you haven't seen that one, I'll link it at the end of the video. Let me zoom you in, hang on. How's that? I know how you like to be zoomed in. So, now, there's obviously two in a mold here. I did buy 2 sets so that I've got 4, but I thought I'll just try it out today. Measurements, let's have a look. 13 centimeters. There's 5 inches there, just over 5 inches. So that's them. I'm thinking about getting some in. Let me know if you guys would like this particular mold. Yeah, we'll see how it goes first before you make a decision. So I'm using Interference Gold as my sandy sort of a look by Bling It Color Art. So that's that one there. And then I've got by Ex Aqua-Blue, Ex Jacquard again, Blue-Green. These are kind of interference, those two. And then for the dark blue is LBB Resin Marine Blue. Love it. So those are my colors. I want them to be quite transparent. I want a really pale, shallow water type look. I don't want it to be too dark, the colors. So we'll see how we go, hey? I'll put just a little bit. I'm going to start with just a little bit because I don't want, as I said, I don't want too much. You can always add, hey, you can't take it away. So hopefully, do I want that one? Yeah, why not? Just a touch. And I wasn't sure how much to use. I know, I could have put water in them to see, but then I'd end up with wet molds. I'd have to dry them. So I'm just winging it. Winging it. I have got, this is Platinum Ultra Clear. It's a nice thin resin, so it doesn't hold its bubbles very well. The bubbles disperse really quite easily. It's a 2-to-1, so I mixed up, what did I write it? I always write these things down, you see, so I know for next time. 165 of A and 75 of B. And we'll see how we go. I'm quite happy to do a clear coat on top later on if I don't have quite enough. So let's put some resin in, equal amounts. I'll just start with half a cup. These are, I think they hold 120 mils. These little paper cups. They're good when you only need a small amount. You don't have to use a big cup. I might actually keep a little bit of clear. Why not? You can sit there. All right. I love the Interference Gold. It just gives a really pretty pale, sandy, sort of a gold color. It's not a really bright gold. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so that one's mixed in. They do mix in easier if you put your mica powders down the bottom first and then pour the resin on top. That way it kind of stops them all from flying up at you and hitting you in the face, doesn't it? So when I look at my stick, it looks really pale. But when I look in there, it's quite dark. So, see, it's deceptive because you look at the stick and you go, oh, I can hardly see any colour. So then you add more mica. But, yeah, I want to just see how it goes first. Like that, because it looks quite dark in there. And these are quite deep. The whole mould itself is 1.5 centimetres deep, which you have to accommodate for that, those little grooves or routing or whatever you want to call them. So it is deeper or thicker than my usual mould, but yeah, I think I'm going to like it. The only problem is, and I don't know if it's a problem or not, but you know when you just pour into a normal flat-based mould, when you turn it upside down, you've got a flat base. When these coasters are done, you turn them upside down, they're going to have a ripple. So I guess if you particularly wanted to, you could pour resin back into the other side so that you've got two flat sides. But I just think it adds to the uniqueness of the actual coaster if you've got one rippled side and then one smooth side. But we'll have a look and see what it does when we're finished, hey? See what I think of it. Because I've never used it before, it's my first time using it. So again, it looks really quite clear on the stick, doesn't it? But then you look in there, it's quite dark. But I'm going to leave it like that. I want to just see. Or maybe I can do one and then see what it looks like. And if it's too pale, I can add more mica to do the second one. Maybe that's an option. I don't even know if I've got enough resin to do two. All right. Now, just another quick stir just to make sure nothing has floated up to the top, because your mica pigments can float to the top. So just give them another quick stir in. Make sure nothing's sitting on top. Alrighty. Oh, give it a blow. Got some dust in there. I should put my tape on it quickly, shouldn't I? It was clean, but I think the mica, there might have been a little bit of mica dust floating around. Okay, that'll do. The colours will all blend anyway. So here we go. So it's sort of the shallow end down here, and it's kind of moving up that way or this way. I don't know. I'm sort of going to follow them that way. And yeah, I don't mind if they blend a little bit. Actually, I better. No, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, yeah, catch the drips. Right. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite sure how much I'm going to need. 1, 2, 3. I won't fill them in all the way just yet. I want to make sure that I've got enough. And here comes the rain. It's raining again. Oh, I'm loving those colours. Yay! All right, I'm going to go with the next one. So I definitely don't need to add any more mica. I'll just do a little bit on this one first, just in case I need more. I don't know if I've made up enough, but there's no harm in doing a couple of layers with this type of thing. It just adds to the depth, you know, and the 3D look of the whole piece. And I have got a little bit more clear there, but we'll see. All right, so that's, you could do with a little bit more there, a little bit more here. and I'm allowing the two to run into each other there and blend a little bit. Oops, next one. Like so. Still got a little bit left. I don't want to use them all up just yet. Because then I can do a little bit of blending maybe. I'll just come around there and make sure we're still taping. Yes, we are. I don't know why I sang that. I can't sing anyway. And I might just blend a little bit into that section there. Like so. So I don't want them in like in straight lines, you know. Put a little bit of the lighter up there and in there. Make sure I've got enough. Oops, this one's, don't let this one miss out. Hopefully he's got enough. Keep him covered there. All right, now I'm going to start scraping these out. Probably should have used up my clear, made it all up. Never mind. Now I've got a little bit left of this one. Not much at all. So being mica powders, they will all kind of move and blend together, which is really beautiful. You get that beautiful blending look. Now, which one? Oh, I dropped something. Clean that off. Actually, there's a little bit there that hasn't gone in. So make sure that's covered. So we'll need to do a top coat. That's why I only made up probably 2/3 or maybe 3/4 of what I needed, because I wanted to be able to see the colours underneath. I don't think I'm going to do any more of the dark, because I think if you put too much colour on, you lose that white look, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to smooth that dark over a bit there. Like I said, I just wanted a really light looking pour. I don't want it to be too dark. Blend that a little bit in with the dark. That dark's quite overpowering, so don't need much of that. But yeah, I did want them to blend. I didn't want them just to be straight lines of colour. Alright, so that's that done. Now let's just kind of give it a bit of a swoosh to blend. And this one, bit of a swoosh to blend. There we go. Oh, that looks so pretty. Pretty, pretty. Alright, so I didn't really need all of that. So I would say that what I made up would have been enough for both of the coats. I do prefer just to have the one coat so that I can, of colour. That way you can still see those white sandy ripples. They kind of look like the sand, don't they? So I think if you put too much color in, you won't see your ripples, and if you make it too deep, it'll cover the ripples and you won't see them so much. So I mean, I could have got away with even less, because I mean, you can still just see them. Actually, there's a little bit of mold there that I haven't covered. Get a little bit more in there. So I'm going to give it a bit of a torch now. I didn't want the green blending into my sandy bit too much. But do you like the interference gold? It's just a hint of colour, isn't it? So yeah, didn't need all of that. That's for sure. Oh, I love it. Right, here's my little torches. There they are. One is. Oh, I think they're both working actually. This one's difficult. This one doesn't like working very much. Even though it's got fuel, it doesn't like working. And I found they don't particularly like being held upside down like that either. I've tried to sort of do it like that, but it's difficult. Oh, that's so pretty. Love it. That interference gold is kind of floating over the top. It's giving a real pretty shimmer. I'll take you down in a minute for a close-up. I'll just finish this. Make sure we haven't got any bubbles. I find these little torches are okay because they've only got a little hole there where the flame comes out, and it's not a very big flame, and you can actually direct it wherever you want it to go. Whereas with the bigger ones, even though you direct it in the middle, it might heat up the whole area. Right, let me get my gloves off. And it's so pretty. Take you down for a close up. What am I going to do with that now? It's just wasted. I'll make a note. I'll change what I've written and make a little note that I didn't need all of that, or that it was enough for the top coat as well. I think that's what I'll say to myself in my notebook. Oh, that looks so pretty from up here too. All right, let's go down and have a little look. All right, so shall I get some of these molds in? What's the verdict? So you can see I don't know if you can see there, I haven't filled them in all the way. I've still got a little bit of room. In hindsight, maybe not fill them quite so much because I'm losing that white ripple just a touch. I'm still really happy with it though. Look at that gold. See how it sits on top? It kind of floats. It's really pretty. There we go. So I'll need to just wait until maybe 4 or 5 hours until they've had a chance to set up a bit, and then I'll come back and I'll do a top coat. Oh, so pretty. I love it. And then one day I'll have to practice my white frothy, ocean frothy stuff, because that would look really pretty on here, but I need to practice it first. I'm just waiting for another resin to come, a thicker resin. And then I'll have a go. But I think these would be absolutely amazing with some white froth on them. Oh, it'd be so beautiful. All right, let me know in the comments below if you would like one of these molds, if I should order some. Now you've got to order a minimum amount, so got to make it worth my while. But yeah, so far, oh, they're just beautiful. All right, I'll see you in 5 hours. Righto, I am back. Made up some more resin. And you know what? I was having a think about these, and it just occurred to me that when I unmold these or demold them, I'm going to be leaving the white mold behind. So we're not going to have those white ripples. And it just occurred to me that we won't have those. So I think what I'm going to have to do is once I've demolded them, flip them upside down and pour white into the back. That will fix the problem of having a wavy bottom, so to speak. Wouldn't we all like a wavy bottom? But no. Hey, wavy. So yeah, that's just occurred to me. Duh. So yeah, once I've demolded them tomorrow, we'll have to flip them upside down, fill the top with white. Well, hopefully we can. Otherwise, maybe I can just paint it. Like, you might be able to even spray paint it or something like that. That's a good idea. Maybe spray paint it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens once it's demolded. So I've got some more resin, made up 65 grams of A and 30 grams of B. Right, here we go. They're still, I mean, they're not hard. I mean, if you pressed on them, it'd leave a dent, but they're hard enough for the next layer. So we'll just put a little bit on and let it spread. I don't want to overflow it. This will give a lovely depth perception as well, having the second layer of clear on. I've still got some in there. I'll spread it out first before I go using any more. Because the last thing you want to do is have it overflowing. Hey, come over here. Oh, no, don't go over. Oh, look, I've pushed it over there. I was a bit too gung-ho with my pushing. Oh, look, we're overflowing. Probably filled that one up a bit much. Let's just scrape some of that off. This is why you have to pour just a little bit on and then wait, hey? And see if it's going to spread properly or not. Okay, I think I broke the surface tension there by pushing it a little bit too hard against the side. I do want it to mound. You get out of the way. But yeah, wasn't that silly of me thinking that I was going to have the white staying there? Because that's what happened when I did my board, you see, my 3D board. Because the white panels were stuck down, I didn't demold the top, so the white was there all the time. And I just assumed this was going to be the same. I didn't really think about it. Didn't think it through, did I? But now I have. Depending on what the back looks like, there may not be any like proper cavity, so to speak, to fill. So the spray paint idea may just be the ticket. Maybe what I have to do. I've overfilled this, that's for sure. It's looking really pretty. Let's get a little bit more out. It's just this one side where I've broken that surface tension and I'm having trouble with it. Push it back in on itself a little bit. If I clean that, then the surface tension can pop back again to the side and mound or dome, as we like to call it. But once you've broken that surface tension and broken the banks and it just all flows out, then let's see if that's okay. Looking okay so far. And I didn't even need all that, look. So I've calculated, I have recalculated on what I'm going to do next time, and I have written down for the first layer 110 grams of A, 50 grams of B, the second layer 85 grams of A and 40 grams of B, roughly. Look, I don't know. I'll have to have a try and see what it does next time. Actually, I'm just going to take my gloves off because they're all really sticky now, and I want to pick up the torch. Right, now I've got resin on my torch. I'm just going to spray some alcohol onto a baby wipe. I'm not going to do it over here. I'm going to spray it over there onto that baby wipe, and then I'm going to wipe my torch because I've just picked up my torch with sticky gloves. Clean that off. Okay, now I'm good to go. Now I can touch my torch again. I don't like getting resin all over my torch. Oh, that's the one that doesn't work. This is the one that works, I think. Yes. One works, one doesn't work. They don't like to be shaken around very much or held upside down, I found. It's got to go slowly, pop those bubbles. I may be able to put, this one looks as if it could have a little bit more. I'll just be careful now that I've taken my gloves off. I won't touch anywhere that's sticky with resin. A little bit more, add it slowly. I think this side is doming, but over there's not. It's probably the way the mold is. It's probably not sitting exactly right. I wonder if I can add just a touch more there. Don't break the banks again. She uses more than I thought. I can actually put quite a bit more in here now. I think this side actually can come up. This side can come up a little bit more. I probably need to put another pop stick under this one. I'm not going to do it now. No, no, no. Now, which was the torch that worked? This is looking absolutely amazing with the white in it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I was so stupid and not thinking that the white was going to stay there. Anyway, let's get you down for a bit of a close up. Let's have a look across the top, hey, with the window there. Look at that. Nice and shiny and smooth, no bubbles, no hair. Nothing. Oops, it doesn't know what to focus on. It's having trouble focusing. It doesn't know what to focus on, oh dear. Oh, alright, I better pull back here a bit. It's having trouble. But yeah, it's looking really pretty. Now I just have to work out what I'm going to do when I unmold these, but we'll have a look. We'll deal with that tomorrow. Silly me, didn't think about that at all. Never mind. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning for the grand unmolding. See you then. Right, I'm back. It's the next day and they've set. I still cannot believe how stupid I was thinking that the white ripples were going to stay there. Oh my God. Anyway, let's fix this. So once I demold, I can do probably one of two things. Flip it over and paint the back, which means we're going to have a rippledy back, which probably won't be any good for a coaster, but it will look really pretty just as a piece of art on one of those little plate stands. Okay, so that's the first option. The second option is, again, flipping it over, putting tape around the edge, filling it with white resin. That way it'll be flat on the bottom, flat on the top. It'll be able to be used as a coaster. So those are my two options. So let's get it out anyway and just have a look. And we'll leave the white behind. Oh my gosh. How silly am I? Does that look white to you? Or is it just because it's on a white background? Oops. Let's move that out of the way for a sec. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's still, you can still see the ripples because there's no mica on the top. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting you to be able to see colour, but you can actually see that it's lighter. All right, let's get the next one out. Comes out really easily. Don't think I've melted the mold. Whoa! All right, so there we go. Out you go. So they look really, really pretty. Oh, there's a little rough bit there that I'll have to sand. All right, so let's have a look at the backs. Oh, actually, they do sit flat. Look at that. I was thinking maybe they'd be like a bit sort of, what's the word, rounded on the bottom, and they wouldn't sit flat, but they do sit flat. Yeah, okay, so maybe I don't need to fill the bottom. Let's have a look at the bottom. Are you ready? Okay. Look at that. So I think to put tape around the edges and fill it with resin is probably not, I mean, you could do it, but it's going to be a lot of work because that's quite deep there. It's probably almost 1 centimetre deep, that section in there. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to just paint it. Now you could just get some normal acrylic paint and actually just paint it on, brush it on. If you had a spray can, you could just spray it on. It's probably the easier thing. Let me go and have a look and see what I've actually got, and I'll come back to you. I'll see if I can find a spray can, but I don't think I've got one. I don't think I've got a can of white spray paint. I know I've got a silver and I've got a gold. So I found this though. I've got some Boom gel stain. It's like it's pre-mixed. So I thought, oh, that would be easy, hey? Let's try it. We'll put a little bit in here, a little medicine cup. And I've got a paintbrush. Now put a piece of plastic down because I don't want the top to mark, like, because this is textured. So, and I'm going to turn them upside down, obviously. So just going to be careful that they don't mark. Actually, I'll just do one at a time. All right, let's see if this is going to work, hey? Oh, the other thing I thought of before we get started, what if we paint, not necessarily with paint, but you could do white mica powder in there and then pour, and then when you peel your resin out, the white would come with it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I think so. We could try that. Or you could paint it. Be interesting to see if the paint comes off. I would assume it would come off with the resin. So there's two ideas as well we could try. I'll try that next time. But anyway, let's have a look and see how this is going to work. Okay. It's quite, like, it's not a very thick paint. I don't think that's going to work. Right, let's not do that. I think I'm going to need something that's a lot more opaque. I mean, you could use that for sure, but gee, you'd have to have a lot of coats. Right, I'm going to leave it. What about silver or gold? Would that work? Righto, I'm going to try the spray paint. Now, put your gloves on. Put your mask on. Spray paint is very dangerous to breathe in, the fumes, the particles. I've given it a good shake. I've got gold and silver, but I thought the silver might look a bit nicer because I've already got gold on there. So I'll do silver and then I'll trim the outside with gold. All right, so that's that there. I'm going to put my mask on, so I might sound a bit muffled. Push it in nice and tight around your nose so you're not getting anything in there. Right, let's turn these babies over. Not sure how many coats it's going to need. This is just the Krylon metallic. All right, here we go. Doesn't matter if I get it on the sides because I'm going to paint them anyway. My glasses are fogging up. Oh, look at that. How pretty does that look? Nice quick results with spray paint. think I'll only need one coat. Don't make it too thick because it could drip. Alright, so that's it there. Oh my gosh, I don't know my own strength. It's broke my lid. I pushed it on. Oh dear. Alright, so anyway, there it is. I'm going to leave my mask on until I leave the room because there's, you know, silver paint floating around. So hopefully it won't take too long to dry. That looks really cool like that. Oh, I wonder if you could spray the inside of the mold. You'd have to mask it. Spray it with white. Mask around the outside. Spray it with white spray paint. And then pour. See, there's so many things I want to try. So I want to try the spray paint. I want to try brushing it with the white mica. And see what happens. Because, yeah, I actually like that on the back. Not that you'd use the back, but it looks pretty anyway. Alright, I'll come back to you when these are dry anyway. We'll turn them over and see what they look like. See you soon. Alrighty, it's only been about 15 minutes or so. Let's see if it's dry. Yes, it is. Dry everywhere? Yep. Okay, let's have a little look. Oh, look at that. Oh, now my sides are silver. Maybe I should have sprayed it with gold. Because I want, you know how I want to do the sides gold. If I'd sprayed it with gold, I wouldn't have to do the sides. I'd still want to do the top rim though. All right, shall we have a look? Oh, I hope it works. Please work, please work. Love that. I'm definitely going to have to get some white spray paint and maybe spray the inside. Because the thing is with the spray paint, you don't have brush strokes. I can't talk. I'm going to have to go and get myself some. Yeah, and try it. Right, here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Look! It just looks white. Oh, wow. You wouldn't know that that's silver, would you? Yay, 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 yay. It worked, it worked, it worked. I was so excited. I thought I'd really stuffed this up. Look at the gold shimmering there. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I'm so happy it's worked. Actually, it's feeling a little bit sticky on my hands now that my hands are warm. Probably need to let it set a little bit longer. But I was just too keen. Look at it. It looks like white. So glad that it's worked. And then I can just sit it like that. There we go. Yay! It's probably not as white as white could be, I guess, but I don't think, because it's got coloured resin over the top, you probably can't actually, even if it was white, you might not even be able to see it as white as that. Anyway, let's have a look at the next one. I guess it's exactly the same. Love that. Oh my gosh. Just found something new that I love. All right, here we go. And the same thing. It's beautiful. Look at that gold. So there's our beach. There's our shallow water. And there's our deep water. Love it, love it, love it. Right, I'm going to get my gold pen real quick. Stay there. Rightio. I've just moved the piece of cardboard out of the way. That will be my spray painting pizza box in future. Okay, so here we go. Actually, just might move that one out of the way so that this will focus. And I've got my favourite, where is it? Deco Colour Premium in the gold. All right. Now, I wonder if I can do the sides. See, I don't know that I want to do the sides because then you won't know like where to stop because that's curved. You won't know where to stop, will you? I mean, I guess you could, but look, I just want to do the top rim because I want the gold to be shining. Oh, I think I've oversprayed a little bit there. Probably shouldn't have. Look at that, there's a little bit of overspray. Never mind. I guess when I when I spray next time don't go down the sides like that, just go over the top. Yeah, next time. Learned a lot from this one. Never mind. All right, here we go. Let's do the gold. The gold will cover a lot of it up anyway. Oops, can you see? And because it's a bigger coaster and I don't mind covering some of the sides a little bit, I'm sort of putting more of the tip on my, oops, on the top. Let's give it a bit of a, got my blotting card here. Give it a bit of a blot. Make sure that it's starting to come down a bit. Might be running out. So you do use it a lot. So it's up to you how thick, whoa, how thick you want to go. So if you make a mistake, you can wipe it off straight away, but if it stays on there for more than a few seconds, it doesn't come off. You have to use the acetone on it. And nail polish, it's because it's curved. Gonna go slowly. It's because it's kind of curved. It's a little bit more tricky to paint the top. You haven't got a lip to follow. Just making that a little bit thicker. There we go. That's looking lovely. It just finished it off, didn't it? Lovely. Let's do the next one. Did I do overspray on that one as well? I did. It may come off. Like, I don't want to try and wipe it off now, because my resin's not totally set, and if I put acetone on my resin now, it would leave a smudge mark. And I've done that. I've learnt that the hard way. Don't put acetone on your resin until it's fully cured, you know, a few days. But I'm impatient, and this is just a little test piece, so I'm not that fussed about it, you know, having that silver overspray and things like that. It's just an experiment. It's not like I'm going to sell these. So I'll just do the best I can with it. And around we go again. Probably didn't need to show you both of these, did I? But it's only two. It doesn't take too long. And last little bit. Yay! There we go. Oh, that was a labour of love, wasn't it? But I do love them. I do. They are gorgeous. So I'm so glad I did them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely going to have another go with the mould. And maybe because I've got the silver, maybe I'll just have a go of painting it with silver, spraying it, masking it really well. Because I do like the mould. You guys let me know what you think. Should I get some of those moulds in? Would anyone like one? And then of course you've got that gorgeous back. That's just a talking point, isn't it? Would you use that as a coaster? Oops, I better not touch the gold. It's so cool. That'd make a talking point, wouldn't it? It's a bit more masculine, I guess, having that chrome look on the back. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to clean up and move on to my next project. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate all your comments. Let me know what you think of these. And I'll try again soon. All right, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.